Lister, owner and principal designer of Kristell Interiors. Today I'm sitting out on my patio and I wanted to do a quick little intro on this wallpaper installation I'm about to do in my powder room. Please excuse my hair, it's wash day, you guys know the quarantine life. So I threw on a scarf and calling it a day because we have work to do today. So first things first, you need to have your supplies, the wallpaper, which you can calculate by multiplying the width of the wall by the height of the wall in feet, and then that gives you how many square feet you need to purchase. Next, you will need an X-Acto knife shown in the top left, some scissors to cut off any excess paper, and then a spatula or spackle or your hand, which I found worked fine to smooth out the wallpaper bumps. Oh, so this powder room is going to be a little bit challenging just because it is super small. Alright, so step one is to clear the floor. If you have anything down here or in your way, clear it out because you'll need every inch you can, especially in a small powder room like this. Step two is to remove anything that's on your wall. So whether that be an outlet cover, toilet paper holder, artwork, clear it all out. And guys, don't be alarmed when this comes out because there are two holes behind it. One's from the previous toilet paper holder and one is my hole. And I didn't feel the need to cover the other one because this toilet paper holder hid it pretty well. You can't even tell. So I didn't fill in the old hole. I think I got it, yes. So, okay, now let me put these pieces all in a safe spot so that I do not lose it because I will cry. These two can go wall to wall and I have a slight gap right here. So what I'm going to do is align this on this wall, align this right next to it, and then put the gap on that side so it's kind of hidden behind the toilet if things don't line up perfectly perfect. Okay, so the rule of thumb is that you're always supposed to start on the where you open the door, like the opposite corner from this entryway, because this is what you see when you first come into the room, which I would agree in maybe a bedroom or something. But for this particular bathroom, I'm going to start actually in this corner because this corner is the most exposed. So I don't want that little 6-inch slit on this side that's open. I'd rather hide it on this side where the toilet and vanity kind of cover this side. So if there's a 6-inch gap on this side and doesn't line up too well on the bottom or something, it's all covered, and you would obviously still see it up here, but at least more of it's covered and hidden on that side versus if it was on this side, all of it's exposed. So that's my logic behind it. Don't, designers, don't yell at me for not doing it on that wall, but you know, I'm a rule breaker. Whatever I think looks best, and this is what I think is going to look best. So let's get started. Kids, do not try this at home, but my ladder was too short. So I have a little step stool I'm putting on top of this ladder. No judgment. So I'm gonna peel. And stick the top part. Pull this bad boy up. And then I'll start from the very top to stick it and then work my way down. I hope this is sturdy. Please don't kill me. Ugh. Okay. So you want to make sure it's aligned with both the ceiling and, most importantly, aligned with the wall to the right. To this right. I don't know if the camera's going to show it the right way. But you really want to make sure this crease is aligned or else your wallpaper is going to be crooked. And I'm just pushing all of the bubbles to the edges. Okay, so for the bottom, I pushed it down to the baseboard. Make sure it's all pushed down here. And you always want to push a little bit outside of the paper. Don't start on the paper. So I'm gonna start like right here. Yes, I'm cutting into my baseboard a little bit, but softly. And then I'm gonna cut all the way across. A little bit here. And I'm so scared. Okay, did it. And I'm gonna cut down here. And use your hand up against, like my right hand that's holding the X-Acto is kind of leaning on the baseboard. So I'm using that as a guide to kind of carry my hand across. Boom. Oops, it's blurry. And boom. Continue on the second strip, which is a repeat of the first strip, and then I'll help you guys out on the little slither to the left. See how those two diamonds, right? Oops, I can't show you. I'm terrible at this. You see how these two diamonds in the center here meet? When I go to the top, I'm gonna find the repeat and make sure that these two pieces align. This little white slither you see there, it's not gonna be there. It's just part of this backing. So don't worry about that. So my ratchet ladder and step stool was not cutting it for the top of the second strip. So I called the hubby in for some assistance. Okay, so remember I told you guys I wanted to start on this side because this is the side that you see fully. I'm so glad I did that because I continued from my first roll. I bought 2 rolls of paper. This all was done with 1 roll, and I have to use my second roll now for the slither because I got all the way down and ran out of paper here. So this is the end of the first roll. So I'm so glad I laid out my wallpaper like this because that end could have been here. And then you would see the little surgery I perform on the bottom. I'm going to cut this slither piece in half, this wallpaper roll. I'm gonna slice it down the middle with just regular old scissors. That way it's easier for me to manage when I'm putting it up there. It's probably gonna overlap, probably like to here, but I'll just slice down this whole corner with my X-Acto knife to get the excess pieces off. All right, so you can see I used my X-Acto knife, put it completely off, and then scored the corners all the way down before I slice it, just so that I know exactly where this corner is. And I'm using my finger, you can see it there. I'm kind of leaning it on there to guide my hand. So I just re-drilled the 2 holes for my toilet paper holder. All right, so now that it's on correctly, I will put this on here, and then you see it's still a little loosey. So we tighten it up with the tool that ruined me in the beginning. I can't record and do it, but there's a little screw under here that you screw in. All right, so here's the finished look from ceiling to floor. I reinstalled my toilet paper holder, and now this wall is a nice statement when you look into the bathroom. So I'm still gonna put 2 pieces of art, either one long one, or I might do 2 smaller pieces of art, framed art, here on the center, just to give you something cool to look at when you're coming into the restroom. And then I still have to work on this side. So I installed this new, well, not me, my husband installed this new vanity and a new toilet, and the mirror, which I love so much, I picked out. And the only issues I have now is one, this. I don't know why they hung this so low, and it's not the right finish. So I'm probably gonna remove this, patch it up,
And the light switch is here, so it's not like you can, I mean, you could hang it a little bit higher, but you see how long the towel is. So I'm probably gonna patch this up, paint it so you can't see anything there, and then put a towel bar on this wall so that you can dry your hands here rather than trying to squish it above the sink. Then another thing I need to do in this, hey guys, another thing I need to do in this powder room is change this light fixture. I hate it. It's a brushed nickel finish, so it doesn't match the vibe. So I really want to get rid of the polished nickel. And last but not least, a minor thing I need to do in here is patch up a hole, because I bought this acrylic mirror, which is super cute. You can see through the frame. However, the old mirror that was here before left a hole. So you can literally see the hole through it. So I need to take the mirror down, patch up the hole, sand it all out, and paint it to match.
Okay, so you guys already get it. It's a work in progress, obviously, but let's get to the reveal of what we have completed thus far. Here's the before. And here is the after. The in progress after. Again, the before and the after.
Yay, we did it. It looks great. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something new and that you will go tackle your own DIY project or wallpaper installation project in your home. If you need help tackling your home decor or interior design project, feel free to visit my website, KristellInteriors.com, and book a consultation. See you in my next video.